Hey, good morning. I am sitting in my car, drinking my morning mojo, and about to settle in at a coffee shop and do some work. And for the third day in a row, I got a text message saying, hey, I'm drinking my mojo and my face is red and blotchy, my skin is itchy, my neck is red and blotchy. Am I having an allergic reaction? And so it is time for me to talk to you about a niacin flush and what that is and why it happens and why people do it on purpose and you're getting the benefits of it accidentally sometimes from your mojo. So I drink mojo every morning. And for those of you who don't know what mojo is, it is a coffee replacement. It is not one of the ID Life products. It is another product line. As I've mentioned before, if there is something out there that is good for people, we're going to be the place that brings it to you. It doesn't matter what product line it is. We use multiple product lines so that our clients have the best of everything available all of the time. It doesn't mean we're not using ID Life. It means that there are other companies out there that offer things that ID Life doesn't offer that you should get your hands on, and you're going to do that through us. So if there is anything out there in the world that you need for your health, we're going to be the place that brings it to you always. So you never go anywhere else. You never need to look to anyone else to know what's available and what you uniquely need. And so we've been incorporating a couple other product lines into our recommendations, in addition to your custom nutrition and other things that ID Life offers. And mojo is one of them. It's one that I really love. And, but I drink it every day. I've drank it every day for the last 3 months, and I've had a niacin flush one time. But very often it happens and people don't expect it and they don't know why it happens, and then they freak out. So I'm going to explain what it is and why it happens and why it's good for you. I want to talk a little bit about what niacin is and what it does in the body, because you're getting niacin in lots of places. So first of all, niacin is B3. So it's one of the many B vitamins. They are all water soluble, which means if you have too much of them in your system, your body will naturally get rid of them. So there's no amount of any water soluble vitamin that can be toxic, because those water soluble vitamins, the body will use what it needs and it will get rid of what it doesn't. And so B3 has lots of uses in the human body. It can help with how your genes are expressed, or the epigenetic output of your genetic mutations. It can help with mitochondrial function. It can help with redox reactions. It helps with circadian rhythms and normalizing your circadian rhythms. It helps suppress inflammation in the body. It helps with DNA repair. It helps with cellular signaling, so how the cells talk to each other, and cell division or reproduction of cells in the body. It also helps turn glucose into energy. And my phone, I can see it shaking. It's because the car is running. It helps your body to utilize fatty acids or lipids and proteins. It helps improve circulation, which is the number one reason people use it, and that's where we're going to get to with that niacin flush. It also helps regulate your stress hormones in the adrenals. It helps to create your sex hormones. It helps to improve depression and fatigue. And there's a specific type of niacin that we use to help with fatigue, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. It also helps to improve migraine headaches that are vascular in nature. It helps to improve diabetes by better utilizing blood sugar. It helps with osteoarthritis by suppressing inflammation. It helps with Alzheimer's because of blood flow to the brain, better lipid utilization, and reduction of the damage that sugar does to the brain. It helps with cataracts. It helps with ADHD for all the same reasons it helps with Alzheimer's and depression. Niacin should always be taken during the day, not at night. Not only does it have higher bioavailability, but you suppress some of the benefits of niacin when you take it at night. So keep that in mind when you're taking your ID Nutrition. That's why your B Complete is in your morning packet. Make sure that you're taking it early enough that you're getting the benefits of it. And when taken at bedtime, it can actually blunt the release of fatty acids that happens while you sleep. So, oh, and it can help with stubborn belly fat. In a 1-year study of people taking high-dose niacin, 81% of the people in the study noticed a 27% average reduction of belly fat over the course of a year. So it naturally occurs in lots of foods. It naturally occurs in beets, which is one of the reasons that you'll hear cardiologists tell people to use beetroot powder and that kind of stuff. It naturally occurs in beef organs, particularly the kidney and the liver, and lots of fish, tuna, salmon, swordfish have high levels of niacin. So who should take higher doses of niacin? Well, if you have had a heart attack, you've had a stroke, you have high triglycerides, or you have low HDL. If your HDL number, if I've reviewed your cholesterol and I've told you that your total HDL was too low, increasing the amount of niacin in your supplementation can help raise HDL and lower that triglyceride level. As I said, there are 3 forms of niacin. The typical form of niacin that we talk about is nicotinic acid, and that's what's in the mojo, and that's what causes a niacin flush at higher doses. Then there are 2 other forms of niacin, niacinamide, also known as nicotinamide, and I've referred to that in the past as NAD+. If you recall, during COVID, when people had really severe, long-lasting post-COVID fatigue, we put them on high doses of nicotinamide or NAD+. NAD+ is particularly good at improving depression and fatigue, but it does not cause the flush. So it does not have the same effect on cardiovascular circulation, reduction of triglycerides, and improvement of HDL that the nicotinic acid has. So different forms do different things. The same way we talk about magnesium has 8 forms, and you need all 8 forms to get what you need because they all do something different in the body, and you cannot be without any of them because your body is looking for each and every one to do a different thing. The third form of niacin is inositol hexanicotinate. So when you look at your ID Nutrition, there is nicotinic acid in your Advanced Daily, but there is in the B Complete, the B Complete, when we changed the formula, changed the niacin to be a combination of NAD+ and the inositol hexanicotinate. And so in your B Complete, you have the forms of niacin that help with depression, mental health, fatigue, energy levels, cellular signaling, reduction of inflammation, mitochondrial function. And in your Advanced Daily, you have the form that helps with cardiovascular function, improved circulation, reduction of triglyceride levels, improvement of HDL. When you have the mojo drink, it adds more of that nicotinic acid, the kind that causes the flush. So if you're getting enough, you might notice that skin prickling, or it's like a prickly heat. Skin gets red, hot, itchy. Like I said, I've drank one today, and this is probably the second time. This is not as severe as the first time I got it, where you don't see that I have blotches. Then my skin is just pink because I was in the sun. But your face will get red. You'll have blotches. You'll be itchy, whatever. And that's what causes that. The reason that flush happens, so that you understand, is because your blood is circulating faster and it circulates to the surface of the skin. So that's why you have the heat feeling, or the redness, the blotchiness, the itching, the tingling, all of that. That niacin flush will go away typically in about 30 minutes. At the longest, it can last up to 2.5 hours. If you have additional questions, drop them in the comments.